Well, welcome to this demonstration video. We're showing you today what you get when you purchase the Instalert brand of ovulation test strips. Now, Instalert is a very well recognised brand in the UK. It's manufactured by Innovacon Inc., American biotech company based in San Diego. This is an in vitro diagnostic quality CE marked product. It's intended for professional use in clinics, GP surgeries, but is also used by people doing home tests themselves. The ovulation test strips are packed in a card outer with all the identification marks on, shown here. Inside the outer you get a full Instalert LH luteinizing hormone data sheet and instruction for use. And this is the vial that is packed in the box. This contains 25 ovulation test strips. The code number for this pack is FLH-111. They are not individually foil wrapped. They are contained in this vial with desiccant, which is the little pouches that keep the strips from being affected by moisture. The pack, when it comes to you, should be security sealed. You can just see under here the little plastic tabs which actually seal the lid down. When you use these ovulation test strips, it's very important that when you remove a test strip, the lid is put on immediately after it's removed from the vial. Now, to use the test strips, they're very easy. They're standard dip test strips. You collect your urine sample, same time every day is recommended, and the best time to collect a urine sample for ovulation tests is early evening. Now, the reason for that is that there is a diurnal effect on ovulation, the effect of sunlight on the retina and its effect on the pituitary. So if you collect a urine sample first thing in the morning, particularly during winter hours when it's dark, you could miss ovulation that's due to occur during that day. So you're better collecting your urine sample 5-6 o'clock each day, doing your test on the sample that day at around that time. And that will give you a much earlier indication of when the LH surge has occurred in terms of your timing for sexual intercourse, even on that evening of the first positive test and the subsequent days. So the ovulation test is done just by dipping a test strip into urine, and then you're looking for the development of a control line and a test line. The instructions give you good guidance in terms of start dates for collection based on the average of your previous menstrual cycle lengths, and it also in here gives you a guide in terms of the interpretation of the results. And this is quite a comprehensive guide here showing you how to interpret a positive from a negative result. You're basically looking for the test line to be as dark as or darker than the control line. And when LH has reached 25 MIU, which is the cutoff for the positive test results, which is the international professional standard for LH testing, then the test line will, in colour density, saturation and darkness, be as thick and as dark as the control line. Now, before that, you will either get no test line showing at all, or a faint test line which is much fainter or thinner than the control line. For the first couple of tests in the cycle, you would expect to find that, and as soon as you get the positive test result, at that stage you can stop testing. There's no point in continuing doing LH tests on a daily basis. The tests should, in most ladies, stay positive if they were to continue doing them for between 5 and 7 days, and the duration of the LH surge is of no interest or significance in ovulation testing. It's the timing of that first surge which is the important thing you're trying to detect, because that surge is what is going to trigger ovulation, the release of the egg, and that indicates your potentially fertile time. So the guidance here is with these LH tests that as soon as you get that first positive result, you then want to time sexual intercourse for that evening, the following evening and the night after, and that increases the likelihood of you conceiving in that cycle. So that's the Instalert FLH-111 professional ovulation test strip vials. It's a vial of 25 test strips by Instalert, available from Access Diagnostics.